Hi everyone, Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. It's time for Taroscopes again. We're going to be doing the Taroscopes for the sign of Gemini for the month of November 2025. Normally I do these with quite a bit of astrology connected to them, but I'm going to do them separately this month. Um, I've just been really busy and I want to um, consolidate some of this. So let's I will talk a little numerology, however. And so the month of November, we're moving in, is an 11 vibration. 11 is the vibration connected to justice in the tarot. And so it's about balance. It's about seeing two sides of things. It's about coming to consensus. And so there may be more consensus than we actually can appreciate. Um, I'm doing this in October, so we're still in the swirls and whirls of October right now, and so we will see how November sort of balances out on a certain level. Of course, we're in a 9 universal year, which is about separating the wheat from the chaff. It's about deciding what you want to keep in your life and what you want to release. What don't you want to bring into the new cycle? The new cycle, of course, will start in 2026 when we move into a 10-1 vibration year. That's the Wheel of Fortune. So we know things are going to change. We know January things are definitely changing. So if you don't like the way things are going right now, just know that things are going to change. Um, all right. Um, and then if we add the two vibrations together, the 9 and the 11, we get a 20, excuse me. And the 20 over 2 vibration is the Judgment card, where the angel is blowing the horn and the people are rising up from the dead. So it's an energy of awakening. And so there's going to be quite a bit of a big, gigantic awakening come November of 2025. So how's that going to work out in your life, Gemini? How's that going to work out in your life? Well, let's take a look. Let's see what the cards say. I'm using the Light Seer Tarot. Okay, here we go. We start with the Ace of Wands, creativity, a new idea, a new creative venture. How exciting to start the month with the Ace of Wands. Let's see the challenge to that. The Wheel of Fortune. The I guess it has to do with what part of the cycle you're in. For some people, a new idea won't manifest because they are at the end or they're at part of the cycle where it's about letting go, and then there's the part that's about creating. So it kind of depends on the cycle. But what I would say is this is a challenge is the challenge is to stay in the center of things instead of getting caught up in the ups and downs. So the challenge for your ability to maybe even connect with your creativity is to sort of watch the world go round as in a way and more or less than being part of the swing of things, so to speak. We have the Nine of Swords at the root. This is the second reading that I've had the Nine of Swords in this place, interestingly enough. This is about anguish and and perhaps more something has happened. But you notice all the crows in the sky, right? Um, they're sort of all like just flapping around. They're not taking a direction. So this could be a perseverating, I think that's the word, on negative thoughts. And so you have to be very careful about where you allow your mind to go this month. And of course, you're a Gemini, so that's on a good month. That's a challenge. In the past, we get the Ten of Cups. So there was some satisfaction, some joy in the past. Happiness. Maybe you're being a little nostalgic for that. The good old days. Let's see what's in the sky. Ooh, we have the Ten of Pentacles in the sky. So there's a lot of potential. This is a family card. This is money coming in through family. You might have an inheritance coming in this month. In the immediate future, the Two of Wands. So this is about taking your creative idea and figuring out how you're going to impress it upon the world. So it looks like a busy month. This is the card for the month, really. And so you'll be working to get your creativity out there. Okay, I see what this is about. You have a new creative idea. You want to get your creativity out there, but the world around you is just like this. People are like this. But if you just keep, you know, if you just keep on keeping on with your creative ideas, it's not going to matter so much what's going on in the world, if you know what I mean. How you're seen from the outside, like a star, like a star. You're seen as a star, victorious, perhaps a winner. You're seen as a winner. Um, Domestic situation. There's a little disruption in your domestic situation, but this is also a lot of creative ideas. But this is a lot of people like reaching for the to be on top, right? This is a little bit of a fighting to get to the top energy. That could be your own creative ideas, which one's going to make it to the top, right? Or it could be that you work with people and there's some disruption with that. Not everybody on your team is you're all sort of working in different directions. You're all working in different directions. Your hopes and fears, boredom and apathy. Boredom and apathy. I'm assuming that's fear, or maybe you worried about other people's apathy in your own boredom, maybe. Although every other card in here does not look boring, so I'm not thinking that that's what it is. As an outcome, we get the Magician. As above, so below. This is about concentrating your intention, um, and using all your tools to manifest. So this is definitely a manifestation month for you. You are definitely creating something. Um, and the more you focus on what it is you want to create, the more likely you're going to get it. Underneath it is we has the Ace of Cups. That's happiness. The Page of Swords. That's sort of being careful about what you say. This could be the energy of a whistleblower. There's a whistleblower energy to this. And then we have the Hanged Man, which is about seeing things from a different perspective. Staying connected to cosmic consciousness. You got both aces. On the tree of life, the aces sit in Kether, the crown, and the crown is connected to the crown chakra. So it really is, in a way, being connected to higher places, from higher places, and not necessarily ignoring what's going on the ground, but not allowing it to affect you. I think that's really what it's about. But there are some challenges, but I think you're pretty capable with these cards. Um, those of you who are capable of succeeding this month. All right, let's pick a Gateway of Light Oracle activation Oracle card. Too many words in the title of this for me to remember the correct Which one comes before which one? Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. It's pretty good. It's pretty cool death. All right, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got, Gemini? What's up with Gemini? Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. All right, what do we got? Akashic Stargate. Ooh, look at this. Akashic Stargate. All right, I'm going to read it to you. I'll hold it up again. It's a pretty card. You might as well look at the beauty of the card while I say what it says in the book. Okay. Oh, I went to a No Kings rally today, and we were out there for like an hour and a half, jumping around. Woo, had a drum. To play my drum. My back is like, go lay down, lady. All right. You didn't really need to know that, but just in case you're wondering why I was making a face. The Akashic Stargate, excuse me, aligns with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. A stargate is a portal that can take us through space and time to a whole other universe. It's based on the concept of Eisenstein, the Eisenstein-Rosen bridge, or what is also known as a wormhole, where a speculative structure linking different points in space-time is created in this in this in spirit is created. In spirituality, a stargate is less about traveling on the physical, three-dimensional level and more about making progress on the spiritual. A feature of many spiritual traditions is the idea that all of us have, a stargate in our heart that connects us to the central lattice of consciousness, the divine matrix. Whenever the Akashic Stargate is presented to you, it is because you're at a critical point in your journey. You have the opportunity to move in a particular direction and you have to make a decision. This can feel overwhelming and you may be waiting for someone or something to make the decision for you. But you aren't here to walk a path that was set for you. You're here to walk a path that you have chosen. The next phase of your journey cannot unfold until you decide which way to go. Know that whatever direction you take and whatever decision you make, you will always be on the right path. No matter how you get there, you'll always end up in a similar space. Also know that purpose isn't about doing or duty. It's about living life and experiencing joy. Oh, how I like to hear that. Oh, how I like to hear that. All right, guys. Well, there's your tarot scope for the month. Take care of yourselves, please. It's crazy times. Make sure that you are, in all your endeavors, that you're, to the best of your ability, safe and somewhat sound. And I'll see you again next month. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a great month. Namaste.